That's interesting. I'm doing this shit backwards. I have no voice. I have no voice. All right. Yeah. Come on, man. Uncle, I love you. Auntie, I love you. I'm saving these for my performance. These are my performance sticks. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I got these. We're gonna keep the performance sticks new. Oh, sure, I forgot I had these. These are when you play slow songs. I use these for slow songs. Slightly thicker. So that means you never miss that rim shot. Right off the rip. You know what it sound like. You'll never miss with these. And I got 2 bags, one for practice and one for rehearsals, practice rehearsals, and then for actual stuff here. Alright, with this. Slow songs, low tempo. These are Destroy. And truck keys on it. No jinx. Both no jinx. Actually created to protect my assets. And these are, whoa. I guess these are really up tempo with the small tips. Ooh, the sticks make a difference. What say ye? What say ye? I came in here ready to play, but I don't know. Alright, put my mind. No, I didn't drop it. Put my mind in the right state. High school. Let me see. What song was I bugging out to in high school? Alright, I'll go back. I don't want to do that, but let me see if I can get that groove in my head. Just to be. That's written in my head. No. I gotta feel a groove, man. Right now I just got rage in my head. That frustration. I don't want to play frustration right now. I got hurt. I don't want to play hurt right now. I got sarcasm and arrogance. I don't want to play that right now because that comes at a different flow. The key about playing is tapping into what you want to progress and portray to everybody else. And there's a lot of sugar on the iced tea that I want to portray, but I don't want to put negativity out there. So what do? Play pure. That's why you have to work in cleanses. So even in the Bible it says Paul says we die daily. So I gotta destroy what's ever inside so I can play pure. But then there's people who can relate to that grunge, that hard, that pain, that, I don't know, or whatever. seems clean. Left hand, keep steady stroke, steady stroke. Wait, build up. Whenever you play, you gotta build. No, steady stroke, man. No, but that's on change it to the one. So again, 1, 2, 3, No, I forgot the groove. Can't miss the groove. Can't forget the groove. Come on. Very beginning. I don't care how many times it takes. I found something I need to perfect, and now I know what I need to stick. I'm gonna play left-handed. I gotta play left-handed and kill it, and just stay with it. That's how you train your mind. Train your mind to stay in control. Because the things that your mind can't formulate, then you break through that. You have to condition your mind. It's like life. You gotta condition your mind. You might not be in the mood to do something because that's not what you're used to. And that's why music and sports is just like life. It is life. It's the culture of your mind. It's the infrastructure of your mind. Everything is based around this nucleic activity, which is your mind. You condition yourself for certain things. So at this point, I'm conditioning myself to flow freely. I'm not just single-handed playing anymore. You play ambidextrous, left-handed, everything is flowing. It has to be a natural flow. Kind of, conducive to the final sound, man. So this is it right here. I'm probably gonna be doing this for the next 2 hours. I just gotta remember not to stop unless the stick breaks. I can't stand the sound of this hi-hat. It's crazy because the the hi-hat is 200 a piece. 200 symbol. I got everything. We got everything we need. We got everything we need. So I got everything I need, but you can't be greedy. I'm happy. This is probably the best set I ever played on. The best. I played on a lot. Even Grafton Nevin set was pretty tight. The 7-piece Pearl Master Series. I hate the color. I don't hate it. It's navy blue. But that was like my training. I was playing on the guy who I thought was probably the best player in my era. On his set. And here it is now. I'm playing on mine, and I think my set is the world, man. Like, I love this set. Now, it's crazy. I don't like to love assets, but I love this set, man. Pause. Shout out to my daughter, man. Rest easy, baby. Every day, I cry at least once, but I ain't gonna let y'all see it. At least 1 to 3 times every day. I think I cried twice today. Let me hurry up before I start crying now. work out the kinks. I'm just gonna keep going nonstop. If I mess up, I mess up. But I want to tighten the rudiments in my hands. I want my mind to get used to what I'm doing. That way I'm locking it in here. So once I can do it in here, the body follows. Where the mind goes, the mouth goes. What your mind speaks becomes actuality. From actuality, you have the physicality. It becomes life. What you speak becomes life. So I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I got it. Hold on, man. I'm gonna clean it. Straight tendencies on my mouth. Can't stop. Not yet. That's not yet. At least what, 20 minutes? And then at that point I can't stop. Yeah. I don't like to have any faults in my play at all. Not at all. Like if I think something, I wanna be like sound like trash. I'm just trying to prove a point. So like I'm like boom, like I want my hand, either one of my hands that's closest. I want to look like it's close. Hit it. Like it's gotta be instantaneous. Like I've been doing this, it just comes naturally. My hand leaves really quick when I do that. How do I do that without changing it? There's no way. It's like, because I need that to fill the gaps in between them. There's no way, so I just, no. Let's see, hold on. So maybe if I speed it up. tempo, and then get confidence in it to back down. So. Clean it up. So now I see what's missing, so I still got to come back to that break. So it's a drop. I caught it the first time by natural means, but you think about it as a flow right in. So, oh baby girl, daddy love you. All the stuff I used to do, I forgot when I was a kid. That's it. Keep it simple. Alright, now I just keep it simple. Work my way from the bottom back again. Back from the bottom. What if it's the stitch? Is it me? I don't like the sound. I need some sticky. Where you at? I'm about to bring y'all back out. Hold on. I'm about to bring up the heavy rock too. I gotta play it like what I am. So many forces came against me these past couple of months, man. It's probably even smiling right now. I love my son. I love my kids. I love my kids. I love my kids. I lost my voice, man. My back is hurting. My back hurts so bad, man. Alright. Oh, yeah, here you go. Oh. These are my fast plays. So that means one is missing. One of my sticks is missing. I'm sweating like a monkey. Got like 3 layers of fur. What is it that I need to do? What is it that I'm weak on? I'm weak. So my paradiddles. Super. Sometimes it's not about playing, sometimes it's just about being home. This is home. I just air it out. I'm hurting. I need to play some. Play some. No. Think. Let's sit here till it comes. First 20 minutes. Sloppy. Accent. Stop dropping the hand. Right. Clean it up. You go down with this one. Put it in a little bit. Drop it at least a half an inch. That way I can get above it. Be smart. To the accents. That was the most crucial part of that. If I would have locked that and sunk that, I was about to take off for the next 8 minutes. I saw my stream, but I lost it. I gotta stay focused. I'm hurting, man. I gotta get past this. I'm hurting. I gotta let it rip. Come on. I like that groove, though. Down too far. When I was in high school, we used to have a pivot. We used to try to pivot the snare like this, so we'd be playing down, and then we got to come back up and do all this. Nah, man, we don't got time for that right now. It works out your arms, though. Boop, you not. Saved because I hit the middle by accident. And when I came back, the left hand was right there. Strengthen that left hand, man. If this was something that I was getting paid for, when I messed up right there in a concert or something, or some show, some performance, a lot of times I don't hear it, but if they do, you better so well. So you gotta play straight the whole way. Ooh, this is what I used to do a lot. When I was 17, I used to kill the samba a little bit. In samba. I should jazz it up though. Hold on. I should jazz it up. I'm gonna play it. So when a drummer plays, like he's like 4, 5, 6 years in, he plays like the song plays this beat, right? Plays this I'm about to play. And then he tries to you can tell an urban drummer, like a hood drummer from a trained drummer, because a trained drummer won't play the same beat but do tricks inside. A trained drummer will play, or an experienced drummer, in this situation classify them in the same space. A trained drummer / experienced drummer will play that melody, that beat, and build and do some different things. A young-minded drummer will sit there and be like, yo, I gotta do all the all this stuff, because they're trying to show that they can hang with the people that are on that level. But they're really making themselves look lower. The key to doing this is to play you. Be you. This is the one element. Music is the one element you can be you. And then you can tap into other areas of you. And so like you play this. Something I was carrying a weight the whole 4.7 miles. I was carrying weights. But the thing is, my hands I got carpal tunnel too after all these years. But the thing is, you do that, and so I'll play it, and I'll be like, dun, 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 dun. Something in the melody, when it's in you, it's in you. It's nothing anybody can take. A lot of times when I was younger, I was like 13, 14, I was playing somewhere, and it was so in me, and I was able to lock into it at a young age, and somebody was like, I was in the groove and everything, but they told me, just because you ain't into all that don't mean that it wasn't supposed to be done, or whatever. I don't know, I found that one groove I thought they played. It might take me a while. I gotta get past all this. Wipe everything off, start from scratch, build it again. I really don't like this hi-hat. I'm trying to be grateful. I'm gonna get another. I got you. I gotta get the. Then I'm gonna put this over here somewhere and clamp it down. And take this and put this so it can hang. Because this is really supposed to hang. This is by itself. Let me put this over here. Play it off like I didn't. It's part of the style, but I don't want to keep emulating the same thing. Oh shoot, my brew is getting hot. Yes, I'm drinking. This brought to you today by those Sapers. Came home and there was still 2 in the fridge. I wonder if Megan put that there when she came. Maybe that's why I can't find my groove. I'm already relaxed, but I'm not. Feels good though. Sometimes you gotta change the sticks, get a different feel. Alright, so. I need a stool. Keep hitting. It's too much. Close it a little bit. I'm trying to cuss because I don't know who's gonna watch this. Zuri, I love you. Zuri, Daddy, love you. That Beyonce joint came my head. I didn't slap it. I'm not feeling this hi-hat, man, I swear. I swear on Damñ. I'm not feeling this hi-hat. I'm trying to get around it, man. It's like. Where's Heavy Long Style? Heavy Long Style, come here. Come put a hole in this for me. I hate this. I'm about to really do that, though. I'm about to scare the whole neighborhood. Boom. Oh my God. You heard that? Everybody be on ring like, what's that? No, don't say these are the truth, man. Ah! Oh! 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 Thank you. I'm thinking. I want to play something. Thinking if I should. Should I play something? For once, it's gotta be like chill. Play what's on the inside. Gotta tap into it. If you don't tap into what's on the inside, you just copy it. It's one thing to play what you hear on a song. You're mimicking it, trying to make sure you stay in the time and do freestyle. I remember before I really started practicing other people's stuff, like songs and stuff, church songs and stuff, I was practicing, and I would play the song in my head all the way through. So I'd be like, boom, boom, boom. It's like all the things you did to be great the first go round. You have to have the tolerance to do that again, all over again when you step away from it. It's like relationships. When you're in a relationship, you're like, oh my God, this is the greatest person in the world. I love this motherfucker. Ooh, I love this motherfucker. Then you have that one big thing where it tests everything about you, everything that y'all were. And it's like, oh my God, then you come back to it and like you have to ask yourself, is it the same? But if it didn't work that go around, why would you want it to be the same? Like people be fooling themselves out of success, out of, like, I don't know, it's just the way people think, Oh, hey, I know a beat from back in the day. Everybody used to do this. It's like 90s, early 90s, right before Tupac and Biggie and all that. Like, yeah, so. You know what? If I wasn't on this and it was just me, like without no music, like just me, I'd be doing the same thing all day just to practice my time. But I know somebody gonna watch this and be like, all right, show me something. I just don't feel like it. God, dog. I don't feel like I don't have nothing. I have nothing. I think this world has stripped me of a lot of things. So long. Stuff that I used to do when I was 15, 16. Man. I used to do so many tricks that was crazy, man. I was killing it. It was crazy. No, wait. Now I gotta bring it back up. Hold on. I don't know. Gotta assess what I'm gonna be doing. Let me stick with this for a little bit. I wanna bring this back. Bring it back for a little bit. Damn you, Josephis. Woo! My back hurt. Right there. The key is to figure out where that start happens. Because this was, I evolved from one thing. So it's like, I started doing that. I was like, what if I repeat it? Challenge yourself. Find out where you're going with your hands. Allow your hands to be free, man. It's like, so repeat it, repetitive, blah, 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 right? So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to break in between. So whoever was performing, I'm like, all right. So I was like, all right, let me repeat it like that. Then I was like, wait, I can expand this. And that's when I started doing that whole, you know what I'm saying? And then I was so cocky with it. I think I was 16 and a half. I was in this church called Zhyt in Brooklyn. I was in Zhyt. And I was doing this thing where it was like, I was, yo, I don't know what it was, but I had this thing where I drowned out my life. I don't want to disrespect certain individuals by telling their story and my life and how it impacted me. But let's just say I was going through something as a kid, as a child, matter of fact, and I couldn't drown it out enough. I couldn't drown it out enough. So the only thing I had was music, right? So how could I drown it out? How could I do this? How can I, I wanted to, the more I found out that music was allowing me to drown out my personal, like my own, like, I dug into it literally. So I'd be sitting there doing rolls like, I'd be all into the snare because it's like, like you have to have something in your life that you can release with. That's why every kid needs an outlet. You have to have something. Because if you keep bottling up this frustration, this hurt, this pain, you have to be able to release this. You lose your brother, you lose your sister, you lose your mother, you lose your father, you lose your kid. You're going to lose it. You lose them and then you're going to lose you. So you got to have something. So I was like, all right, let me just, at that time, so I'd be like, so they would start doing, let me see this one. There's three different types of music you find basic in church. You got the keep it simple, right? But you don't just get there. You have to build this. So like, right? So then it's like. I'll just be diving into it. Rock stars do that. Rock drums. But then you got the, they used to, what they call praise and worship now, they call devotion back then, right? So it'd be like. This is the kicker. So somewhere along the line, I feel it right now, right? So I'll be playing David Bradden is the man. I don't like going around telling people that, like other dudes, that you the man, like unless I'm playing. Let's be the man, son, you the man. Thank you, appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? But then you get those guys that are like really cool, like they're one in a like million. Like David Bradden is one of them. Like this dude is awesome. Like he was so disciplined. But he was pure-hearted. Got on the mic, he would sit there and play on the keys and be like, singing with everything he got. But he playing. And then he playing with the left hand. And I'm like, yo, this dude is real. He's raw. I played with a lot of dudes. I don't know what happened. But I played with so many people. Amazing. But David Bratton was like that guy, so he would play the song. I didn't know what it was. Come to find out, he was playing a song at that church before it even hit the album. So I was like, okay, I didn't know, but you know something is up to, something's with it. Why are you playing the song all the time? Play it all the time, and I was just letting it just hit, So he just be singing, and then everybody be like, "We thank you for So everybody be going there, right? Everybody be going there, and so I be sitting there like this, like, oh my God, this feels great, because it's a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you're sitting there playing. I'm being sloppy right now. I gotta tune up my foot pedal because it's kind of loose. I like it quick hits, but yeah, it needs a little tightening up. But I'll just be in it, and all of a sudden it would just be like, so he'd be like, we love. I'm playing sloppy. Those psyches. But no, I'll be playing, and I just be like, I just involve myself. So the point is, long story, went away all the way around, just to kind of get that point across. Like, you just dive in. That was one of the things I did. Like, it was just, I lost myself. You know what I mean? I forgot the other thing because the first one was so important. But it's a beautiful thing. So, but that intro was beast. It'd be like, and Maurette Brown Clark, oh my God, I didn't know she sung that song, which means, I think she came to that church that time. She was there. A lot of people came to the church, man. There was a lot of people that was in the gospel field, man. I can just be grateful, man. Like, I just had a lot of opportunities to play with a lot of great people. Shout out to Merdine Gill. Shout out to, got the lady that taught me how to play the keys. She had, oh, no, I'm sorry, she had, the thing with her bones now. Michelle McCoy, great lady. Used to pay her every week. She'd take money out of my funds. You take bad money and do good with it. I always question that. Like you do bad things and then you put it towards good use. Like, so what comes from it? Is it still good? Like, that's the one part I can never answer. Even I try to tap into the Buddhist mindset. Like, Buddhism says, if a woman takes from a store to provide for her kid, she's not wrong. So I look at me and I'm like, I did wrong. I was wrong. Nobody knew about it. But I did right with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just never thought I'd lose a daughter, man. That shit burns. That shit burns. Burns like hell. Ah! Not yet. I'm gonna do it. Ah! I don't feel like playing. We're gonna be playing the same doodle. Because the repetition of what's inside is doodle right now. It's like there's a lot of good, but it's like I haven't formulated how to put it out. I'm restricted. I wanted this to happen when my daughter passed away. That I get restricted, that I lock everything in, that the hurt kind of caused me to be in a zone where I don't want to let everybody in. I don't know. Who knows? So I gotta find out, what can I practice? I need it. When I play, I normally pick out something that's complicated that I heard, and then I play that over and over again. Then I come up with something else by accidentally stumbling on it, because I'm playing this one thing over. And then that's how you develop your style too. So, like, I don't think I have a groove anymore. I think that's the problem. Every drummer has to have their own groove. If you don't know what your groove is, you have nothing to fall back on. That's your thing. Like, every drummer, so I had two grooves back in the day. It was that one that I was like, and then that pocket. So what is pocket? Pocket is just keeping it tight for me. Like Grafton Nibbles, and I hate to say this, but Troy Lewis, they used to always get on me about keeping the pocket. Pocket is very important. You know what I mean? So you bust down a beat and be 30 seconds, man, that's bad. But so the key is just keeping the main groove and keeping it tight. So you say. Let me lower this because I don't like to be laid back in the cut. I'm saying let me park it. So let me lower this. Let me find out this is what I have to do on a normal basis in between grooves. So I didn't do this before because I had it right where I wanted it. My whole life. Till I get older. I think it's the chair. Chair matters. My back. All on my back. Oh God, hold on. So let's do that, right? So, and then you gotta make sure your sticks are crisp. They can't be like, okay, I hit something, you go like so when you hit it, it's like and your accents gotta be straight. So it's a tip. And it's hard because you have to do all this and be able to coagulate every single stroke. People don't know how complicated it is. So when you see somebody do this, you know they've been playing for a while, practicing it for a while. So you're like, so. Don't be afraid. You know how singers be like, don't be afraid to look funny. Like right now, I'm stiff on this side. That's probably partially why I'm not feeling great to throwing myself all in. But the thing is, you gotta look crazy. Like I remember this one guy, we call him Biggie. He played for this church called Great as Shallow in Brooklyn. I played like him. I don't know if you go back to that. Bless me, like that Kirk Franklin and the Maverick City. Like you look at my video, I played that. No. No, it was a John P. Key piece where I had the little beige and red shorts on, stupid ass shorts. But I was playing that. I forgot what it was, but I was like, I heard his face. I was actually mimicking him. I was tapping into like that face he used to make. He's like Megan was like, it was so funny. But I was actually mimicking him. Like I was, because I miss Brooklyn. I miss the way, used to get down and going out to clubs, go to clubs and have fun and stuff. But I missed the being around my homies and whatnot, like my big bros and stuff like that, man. But, OGs and everything. But I just funny. But that's the whole purpose of like the pocket, because you doing this, you in the, what the hell, stop sending me emails. So you doing this, so you playing and you like, and then everybody's like, like you're doing something totally different. The key is to be in sync. Be in sync with the people around you. Even if you have to hold a basic beat. And then once you get good at it, it's like, yo, I know what we normally should do here. I know we know what we should do here. You ask anybody I play with from 15 and a half to about 17 and a quarter of my life. You ask anybody I played with, yo, Al, you knew what I was going to play before I played the second or third chord. I played the first chord. You was already playing the beat. I knew once I heard that chord, because now you know like only certain songs start with that chord. You know where you are in that moment. You know what they're going to play. So it was like, I was already in it. I didn't wait. But then there was times where it was just like, I didn't know. I felt it. But I would play the song, and I was so good at feeling it. I played my feelings not knowing this song that they was playing. And I would play these feelings and come to find out my feelings. I play these feelings, and these feelings would be so like so ill. I just be in the zone, and then musicians would look at me like that face, like, yo, how you know I was going to do? You know I was going to do that. Like you're in the pocket, because they'll say, and they'll tell me the song. I'm like, and they're like, you know, and I'll be like, because I don't know. You know, I didn't study a whole bunch of songs, man. And then I was more so concerned a lot of times with hip hop and rapping, and like no lie, like no, it's not for street cred and nothing like that. That's what it was. I played church songs with rap beats, but long story short, and rock beats too. I play rock, but sometimes I throw rap beats in it. But after like the second or third song, they asked me if I knew, and he'd be like, "I just hold on." So he started playing, and I'd be like, "Oh." Or if I didn't know the song still, I played a song, and when it came to the feeling, it was like. I wouldn't even know what the hell I was going to do. So, oh, I'll be making something up in between, and come to find out, it was really close. I was right spot on to what it was supposed to, what I was supposed to do. And when you get comfortable playing with certain people, as good as they are, and well known as they are, if you get comfortable playing with them, you won't question whether or not you're supposed to do that. You do it knowing that they don't care, because they let you be you, and it's actually the right thing. The key for a young drummer is to give them leeway to flow into whatever it is they're going to become. And David Bratton was that guy that allowed me to be, that he was conducive to that. Man, there's another guy. Oh, man. Oh, I must remember his name, man. God, he was a swing musician. He was really good on the piano more than the organ. His sound wasn't full. David's was full, but he was piano. But David was David, so you know that was supposed to be. But you put all three of us together, and we had a guitar player by the name of Charles. Charles didn't want to be at Zion Shallow anymore for some strange reason. We was killing it. I'm talking about filling the whole seats. I mean, every seat, every Sunday. Even my high school jump off came. Like, I sat up there with my moms. I didn't know they was gonna do that. They was sitting right up there. I was like, oh my God. And she was like, I was like, Tiffy, you know what I'm saying? But it was so crazy. That's how it was. Everybody wanted to come. Like, you in a church in Brooklyn, and everybody come, different people come from everywhere. And I was wrestling with things in my life, you know what I'm saying? But crazy. Charles was killing him a bit. I've been looking back, and Charles is sitting up there. He'd be like, rest in peace, big guy. So he wanted to leave there. I don't know if it was a pay issue or something like that, because they always paid. I don't know, just John L. Pratt always paid. Look him up. John L. Pratt. One of the best New York preachers, pastors ever. Good heart, man. And they gave him a street named after him. But Charles wanted to leave Zion Shallow. So I said, all right, you gotta bless the people that curse you, bro. And I'm not church. This is real shit. Bless the people that curse you. Shorty wanna walk away? Take what you need. I'll build back, right? Family turn their back on you, excuse my French, I still love you. You go to a spiritual house, and they talk do about you because you haven't found your way yet, and you just do that, just like, that's like, it's like they hate you, they want to bury you, like, and that's what I got used to. Because of them, I got used to that, and because of certain things in the street, I got used to that. That's how it is in New York sometimes. People, this group want to bury you, or everybody they connected to want to bury you. It's a whole network. It's a web. So that church, people in there want to burn me. They want to make me feel like I was less than what I was. I went to Zion Shallow. I'll tell that story later. But I said, you know what? I see you. Because, and I know how God feels, the Creator feels. Because I said, y'all do all this shit against me. I don't like me. I learned and became nice as I was in front of you. For no pay. Zion Shallow paid me. Street paid me. What else did I do? The job paid me. I'm in high school flunking some of my class every once in a while, spiraling, but I still had a job, you know what I'm saying, part-time. So I was trying to get like 2 paychecks or 3, you know what I'm saying, in high school. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do something for y'all. I told Charles, let me look this up for you. I went back to them. Rest in peace, John. I said, hold back again. So, if they go back again, that's real bad. John McCoy, I talked to a few other people at the church, and I said, I got this dude who wants to play for y'all. This is what you missing. And Charles came through. I didn't know if it went down, but I remember there was a concert they was having. And yo, Al, you want to be there? When I stopped through, I said, all right, I'll be there. I came, and Charles was playing. I came to the front and I saw him. He looked as I was walking, and Charles was like, I was like, you there? I said, yeah. He put out his hand, had the guitar pick in his hand like this. I was like, I sat next to him, he patted me on my leg. He was just chilling. He started playing and just looking. It's like, there's a camaraderie. There's a camaraderie between, niggas that you're rolling with. There's a camaraderie between you and your cousins. There's a camaraderie with musicians. It's a camaraderie, and every man needs that camaraderie. Like, you can have a woman in your life, but you need iron sharpens iron, bro. It's crazy. I could just talk for days, man. Like, I don't like talking. As much as Meg's mom disagrees, it fills gaps. I wait for other people to bring up conversation, but, it's just amazing, man. I'm grateful because, forget playing. I'm grateful because my cousin was actually at that shooting that took place in VA. And the bullets missed her. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like, I prayed for family that day, the night before. Me and Meg on whatever, according to whatever. But in the same token, I prayed with her. She fell asleep while I was praying. I don't say I don't like, but I don't pray. But I'm starting to think prayer actually works because it missed her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful because my cousin is my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, my cousin Faith is my heart. I seen her I don't go in right now. Like when I see it, I stay cool. You know, got a video of what's going live on Facebook. Boy was just jamming at the house before they went, before they graduated high school. Now she's got a degree. My cousin graduated high school. Now he's trying to get into the league. I hope he get in. And it's crazy because she won the South Carolina beauty pageant for kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, great things are in my family. And you have great things in your family too, but you have to have the confidence to go out and achieve it. You have to have the willingness to strive no matter if things don't look like it's going to happen. You have to give it your all. Like, don't let nobody make you feel like this ain't going to happen. Because how will you know? Like, you look back and say, I didn't try because I didn't think it was going to happen. There's a lot of stuff that I knew was going to happen and I didn't do it because of the fact that I know what comes with that. And I didn't want the shit that come with it. You get this is what you're striving for, and then maybe that too. But then all this other stuff come. Are you ready for that? But then you got your dreams, things that are outside the box, things that, like, I listened to this thing with T. Jakes the other day, and he said, and I don't listen to T. Jakes a lot, but I'm glad I did this time. Like, it's been like every time I press that play button with T. Jakes, I press that play button, and I'm like, damn. Like, he may say something 4 years ago, but they put on YouTube at that one moment, I press it, and it's like, oh my God. Or when I was in the Navy, I wasn't like, yeah, I was just trying to get paid, you know what I'm saying, do my thing, get that BAH, raise my son, you know what I'm saying. But somebody would come in and play something about T. Jakes, and I'd be sitting on the shit like this. Like, really, like, it hit. I mean, it hit. But he says something, man. He says something, man. It just, he said a few things like, timing. It's about timing. But see, the simple mind would take about, that the whole thing about timing. We're talking about the weed and the wheat. Weed and wheat have to grow with each other. You pull up the weed, and you got to pull up the wheat too. You can't pull up the weed without pulling up the wheat once it takes hold. Just wait for the harvest. But a lot of what he said, you can't, see, simple minds won't catch it. That's why he said, this is for thinkers. A lot of people will say, know when to hold me, know when to fold him. It don't stop there. What he was saying didn't stop there. And I spoke to Meg's mom about it, and I always appreciate talking to her. But even she was like, that was the first thing she said when we were talking about it. It don't stop there. It don't. What he was saying was so much deeper. He had 4 or 5 ways that he was able to go with it. And one of them, the ultimate, because he said he got to the end, was like, I just answered somebody's question. And yeah. But that's the channel of what he was on. And he got to one point, and it hit me. You could be in a relationship. Watch. You could be in a relationship. And you trying so hard to build up the wheat in that person. But you don't realize you feeding the weeds too. It's so deep. It is so deep. Then he says, is Jesus hiding behind metaphors and simulations? Like, I get people that say, Al, just get to the point sometimes. Like, when they mad at you, I don't hear this. It's when, excuse my French, motherfuckers are mad at you, right? Get to the point. Get to the point. Come on. Come on, get to the point. What are you trying to say? Shut up. The whole thing is, with that, you're sitting there, and I've done it in times I did with Megan. You sit there and you're trying to cultivate something positive in somebody. And it hurts me because of the fact that I tried purely. But when you do this, be careful not to pour into the negative. Because you could push so hard. And even with kids, say you don't want to push your kids to wrath, or push them, cause them to, to lash back at you. You have to be at a point where you cultivate the wheat, but you don't want to cultivate the weeds on the same token. He said, wait till the harvest where there's nothing to lose. I have to watch it for a fourth and fifth time in order to catch that. But everything else, because I'm dissecting every little thing. When you're on a weight channel, you're just dropping jewels, you're dropping bombs. And how those bombs hit, when they hit, like he said, timing. Everything wasn't meant for me to understand at that moment, but that's the part that was hard for me to kind of, because he said, wait till you have nothing to lose. I don't know if that was just like saying, that's the part where I want to meditate on that, man, and marinate on that. Because even if you have something to lose, you still have to have time. Because like that's the only part I don't know if I disagree with. Because timing is everything, even when you have nothing to lose. Like, if I know I can whoop somebody's ass, I'm about to whoop somebody's ass easily. I'm not going to fuck with them because I can. But then again, I kind of get it now. Because I remember Leslie's brother. Leslie's brother said, he said, I'm not going to risk my job. So I'm not going to risk my job for you. Because you want to fight. My man, you go that way. I ain't worried about you. Whatever issue you got, that's on your plate. I don't have no issues. I'm good over here. I'm making my money. I got my son and my daughter. Hope they doing good too. Joey! So, Jose. Joey! So, he said that. He said once I start fighting, like once I raise my hands and I'm doing it. He said, I'm all in. I'm engaged. We all in now. And I'm like, that makes sense. That at that point, it's already begun. You're already engaged. Don't hold back now. At that point, yeah, I say I agree. And give them everything we got. But even with that, I gotta say, like, a lot of people look at others as an enemy. Sometimes the person you look at as your enemy isn't your enemy. That's the problem for me. Like, two people be in a relationship and they get to a point where they're doing shit to hurt each other. And if they're smart enough to pull out for a while, one or both may stay gone. But then how is that unconditional love? That's the part that I don't get. I don't know. There's a lot of things on my mind. There's a lot of things that I don't know. Why was my daughter smaller than my son? What if my daughter was actually on top of my son and my son was on the bottom? Actually, he was. Why was she smaller than him? Why wasn't she growing as much as he did? Was it because she wasn't supposed to be on her feet as much? Would that have helped her to be the right size by the time she came out or close to it? Like, there's a lot of questions I have, but like, I swear, anyway, it's not for me to figure out because I'm not God. I'm not God. I don't even know if I should keep playing. This does feel like high school a little bit. Like it's almost as traumatic as my parents a little bit. I'm really sick of this higher. I don't. God, hold on. But I like, you can see, and what he also said caught me off guard because I didn't like normalcy. I don't like the same thing all the time. And everything that he said was how my life is. Like I'm living what he said. Like I live by what he says. You can't be weak. You can't cry about everything. Like it's so crazy. That's my mentality. But the same token, just because I'm right about things don't mean that I always have to say it. But it's amazing because he said something that was key. Agricultural. Like land that's not normal, growth that is not normal. Like you can't live a normal, like you're not normal, you're abnormal. A group of abnormal, like what are people who believe in God, they like to be abnormal, like they don't like to be, they like to be set apart. Me, it's not that I like being set apart, it's just, I don't like the norm. And I always said, this country wants you to be at a norm. People you be in school with want you to be normal. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in a relationship that's not normal. Like, why does it have to be the same shit? I give credit, you know, to 2 or 3 of them because they weren't normal females. So when you get with them, you have to figure out, okay, what's your, oh, and he said, man, it's coming to me. I watched it 2 or 3 times already. He said, it's amazing, he said, women vibrate. Like they, not vibrate, whoa, he said women have a melody, have a you know, there's a tune. Like everything it's like a music compilation. And I'm like, yeah. You know, a lot of things he was saying was hitting, like I know life is music, it's orchestrated by like, he didn't want to speak in conscious thinking, but it's a vibration. It's like it's a tune. Like it's amazing how he said that. Now it's like, whoa. Like I say these things. Like I say these things on a daily basis. I type it on Twitter. I don't mess with Facebook. I don't do Instagram. I don't do none of that. WhatsApp. You got WhatsApp? No. I'm done. I wanted to make my life flourish. So I don't do all that extra stuff. But it's amazing because he said it. You know, it's like there's a balance of music. Women are musical creatures. Their flow is musical. Everything. And then I don't like the system that we're in. It's not the norm. It's not like, and I remember I was leaving the Navy and I was sitting in the burning, and we all were sitting there laughing and joking on each other, just popping jokes at each other. And I was just like, and I said my piece. Oh, all right. So 2 or 3 guys later, it's Rob's turn. Rob started talking. MS2 Robertson. I think he knew that I was with his sister before I went on the ship. Like, and I'm talking. I know I'm very, detail oriented when I tell these stories. But I'm saying it because of the fact that that's the purpose of the story. Like, he probably figured out. I didn't tell him, but I figured the head shape and everything. They got the same forehead, no lie. And I noticed it, the eyes. They probably came from different daddies though. But he joked, he said his piece and he hit below the belt. Before we got off the ship, he made sure he hit below just a little bit. And everybody do it, but I don't like it. He said a little joke about mommy moms. And at that time I was like, I had one last shit. Don't play with me. And he bench pressed. I bench pressed 245s, a 25, a 10 and a 5, right? Well, I think it was a 10, just 10. 245s, 25 and a 10. And maybe a 5. I can't remember. Every once in a while, they always do something else on while I was bench pressing. And he bench pressed, I think, 3. Him, SK2 Giles, they bench pressed 345s. I wasn't over there yet, but then they would probably put like a 25 on the outside. So I was like right there. Boom, 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 killing it. And so I thought, I was like, I'm good damn, it's my mom. Like, it's my man's. That was my man's too, but like, now it's my mom's, you know what I'm saying? I said, yo, Rob, let me talk to you real quick, I'll let you. Like, yeah, what up, man? I said, yo, I was like, I know you cool and everything. But nah, don't do that. I said, my mom's out the shit. And I wasn't feeling that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He said, oh, no, come on here, man, we cool. And nah, he said, bye, nah. See, right now, I know we're joking, but it was so crazy because I had to go to him on that level, man, like you have to, but right after he was doing that, like, this dude named MS2 GAY, one of the coolest cats, you know what I'm saying, laid back, funny. He would talk to Breeze, but he got hard for you, he'll let you know what it is. And he was talking, he said, pointing, yo, man, I know what it is. Like, with you, he went around to everybody. He said what it was. Then he popped a couple of jokes on everybody. Then he got to me and was like, yeah, man. Like, with you, it's mental. It's mental. Like, your battle is mental. Like, things that you see is in your mind. You try to figure, like, you got it. Sometimes you don't. And sometimes you mess it all up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't pay attention sometimes. When you got it, but your thing is mental. And he was serious, like everybody got quiet. Like, but you gonna get it, man. You gonna get it. Like I see it, you came a long way. Like, it was just, everybody was like, yeah. Like, and see, a lot of times you don't realize, like, us guys, we have moments that mean something to us, man. Like, just like y'all women cherish things that happen when y'all kids, us men cherish these things, man. Like, I'm getting older, my estrogen levels are going up, like, fuck, man. Like, testosterone levels are dropping a little bit, but I'm getting emotional. Ever since my daughter passed away, I've never been like this, but I'm getting emotional. Y'all don't realize that us men cherish moments. We may not show it. We may keep the stern face. And even though our faces are like this, inside we like, you can't show that. Because the moment you smile, some dumb shit happens in your life and you're like, damn, I'm back to square one. When can you be happy? So we keep it chill. When a guy gets on the dance floor, he's not supposed to, I mean, if you got the dance, by all means, but the stereotype of a man is that we have to be in a pocket. You have to play pocket with dancing. It's sad. It's sad we just can't be free, but we gotta play pocket when we dancing. If you doing more than a two-step, that's it. You better dance in that club like a goddamn usher in church. I'm trying to tell you. Because, man, you doing all this, girl, in a straight club. I don't know about no LMNOQR exclamation, hashtag, ubiquitous John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, Paul S. Dunbar, Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, Tombstone, the real Tombstone, with the dude from Batman who played Batman. Like, not that, his name Wyatt Earp. I hate Wyatt Earp. What the hell is Wyatt Earp? It's like they always use him to play an additional movie to the original. Just leave it at Tombstone. Like, this is one of the most coldest movies ever. Like, I don't like using cold. I say hot, but that was the coldest movie ever. That movie's so chill. I can watch that every day. At least half of it. But long story short, I should have put that too. I can watch Tombstone. I watched it like damn 22 times already. Tombstone is just, I love that movie. That's one of the unspoken movies I really love. Tombstone. The name alone. Like, we all gotta go someday. Are you afraid to go? Are you afraid to get shot? Like, I'm gonna put a bullet right to my. Like, you understand. Like, just can't be afraid. It's the slow deaths, the slow knives that really mess with you. But we honestly cherish moments like y'all do. For about a year and a half, I heard this thing heard this thing. Damn, those Yankees. Speaking of which, this brought to you today by Loves. Loves. Dos Equis, see what I'm saying? Dos Equis and a Loves refill. With the liquid condensation, mess with the wood. Love is real. It's like, I don't know. I was going somewhere, kind of messed it up. That's good, because maybe I shouldn't go there. But we honestly, we feel, we cherish. It was something that she said, man. Something that she said, it just... Drink break! Oh, that's what I was going to say. What the hell is it going to say? I can't find it. I'm going to drink something more. Hold on. I want to see. I heard Meela's mom always talk about love is action. You know, consistency is action, right? If a person is consistent in your life, that's action. Sometimes some of the things that they're consistent about isn't good, or it may not be bad. It's just not what you're used to. But love is an action. And I agree with what she said. You have to be consistent. If you're consistently out there trying to provide, and you're doing it, but you have to apply more to the resume. If you are, but it has to go somewhere else once you get it, because you don't want to fall behind. If you are, but you put the majority of it to savings so that you can go into a whole lot more later on because you're secretly stashing it. Whether you're a woman or a man, you're secretly stashing it just in case for a rainy day. I think everybody should secretly stash some money and not tell the person they're with that one thing. The problem is we secretly prepare to dip and dodge on our own. I think if we put more effort in the shit that keeps us together, instead of putting all the effort to get out of it, we have a lot more smart-ass people who stay goddamn together. For example, guy and girl, right? Guy and girl together. I'm sweeping everything to the front door anyway. I'm about to throw it out. I made it. I actually made it in. So, guy and girl together. They start having their thing. Girl starts slacking. Guy has to still keep going because the stigma is on him. If they fall apart, what was he doing? Girl, you know oh my God, shut the fuck up. I hate that mentality. It's stupid because you think about that movie with Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut, Westfield Breast Milk, whatever his name is. And you like, yo, two could play that game. Me and Megan watched it like 3.5 months ago before we went out east. And I'm like, yo, all that effort that you're doing, if you put this same amount of... I paused Megan on that because I said it like, we was up there talking, we actually diagnosed the movie together. She's not a whole big talker. Which is how I developed to talk a little more because she doesn't talk a lot. I'm saying, but when we were, on the same wave around each other all the time, it was ironic because I said that. I like stopping people in their tracks like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. But then if you don't come back with something, I'm like, God, I wish I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that guy who said that one thing that catch people. But then it's like, if it catches people and people don't keep going, like something in you got to compel you to say, let me keep this going. And so I said, but you got to remember this one thing though. I'm laying like this. And then she gets up. I was like, I think she went to get her something. But I said, yo. I said, you gotta remember. I said, well, this is what frustrates me. I said, the problem with this is this. You put the same energy into making the fucking shit work, then there won't be no room for this. Granted, you learn who you're with because you have to do certain things to show them that you deserve more respect. But if you sitting there doing that and then you're not willing to make it work, I look at it as quitting. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's a quit. Because folding them don't mean you give up altogether. Folding means you step back and start all over again. Figure out where you went wrong and try again. If you don't feel like there's an error, then you wouldn't step away from each other. But if you learn, you can go back after you learn. I don't know. My parents were different. I'm not going to tell you their business, but my parents were different. And it happens to everybody. The problem is once you get to a certain level, that's it. Women are built different. You get to a certain level, it's like, all right, I'm good. But a lot of times, the woman brings you there. Because they say this is their boundaries. The boundary set may be not normal. And because that woman established certain things, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, this is not normal. I like it though. I'm not sure if I'm ready for this, but all right, let's do this. I didn't expect this. You know? But then you're like, all right, when are we gonna do this? All right, let's go. I'm not sure. I'm just in love with you. I fell in love with you more and more. What? I was already there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you want to not do this? I'm ready. Nah, I'm in love with you. I don't know. No. I can't be detailed, but it just, you know, and then you're like, I thought, for example, a certain young lady told me I want to sing with you. We might make some good music together. I didn't know she was telling my mother that because she wanted to, excuse my French, fuck like animals. That was one time I was naive. I'm waiting for her to sing with me. I took her to the studio to sing on one of my tracks that I was rapping on. I'm smashing this mug, and she didn't sing. So I had to pull her to the side from a badass white girl that I knew, and we went to the studio. And she killed that We Own It song. You can look it up. We Own It by J. That was one of my favorite tracks that I had a female on. Yeah. Poor, I had a moment. But yo, like it was amazing. Like it's crazy, you know. You know, you look at things like that. You get into a situation. Once you state what and who you are in the beginning, of course people change. People evolve. I don't like to change. I like to evolve. And I'm probably stupid because, in a way, yeah, maybe evolving is changing. But if the core of who you are is the same, it's not a total change. I want the same heart for me. I want the same approach to me. But who you are changes. And not change, evolves. Think about it. A butterfly is a butterfly, right? And the butterfly evolves. Does it change from being what was the worm, the caterpillar? No, that's still the caterpillar. It's just evolved. Nothing really changed except the outside, but the inside is still the same. The heart of that thing, caterpillar, is still the same. Evolve, yes. Once you say this is what you do or who you are, what we gonna do in the relationship, I'm like, all right, there's an expectancy. If you say, I'm gonna be loyal to you and only you, yeah, there's expectancy. But the thing is, not everybody's perfect. Not everybody's perfect. And it does go both ways. Male or female, not everybody's perfect. The problem is when we keep making those same mistakes. That's when things get out of hand. You can't make the same mistakes and keep fucking ass apologizing for this shit. If I slept with another female and that wasn't the agreement the agreement was to be monogamous from day one, not switch up and change to monogamy later. But if I was, hell, sleeping with another female, bruh, that's a different story. That's going into agreement. I mean, whatever you say or you state it is from the beginning, it has to be. And don't decide to do something that you're not ready for. It's like selling a crackhead crack. Or selling Chardonnay white to a fiend. You know what I'm saying? You saw how Chris Rock died on New Jack City. He couldn't get away from it. So once you open somebody up to that's what they're getting or what they can expect with you, you don't deny it. Like even in the Bible it says no good thing withheld from your kids. So I looked at the Creator. Let me step off that. I talked to God the other day. I talked to God today too. I said, don't do me. I said, don't do me. I'm talking to you. I'm communicating with you. I said, don't do me. I said, because at the end of the day, I said, no, this is when I use it. It's amazing I said it just now. I said, it's amazing. I said, because no good thing is withheld from my kids if I have it. But in the same token, if you withhold it from me, you withhold it from my kids. So why would you allow these people to get away with withholding it from me? I got two people, two different entities, companies that are withholding funds from me. I took care of one. I went to the channels and I did what I had to do to get that money back. But the second chain is a different story. They're waiting to the last moment. And I'm like, I know why. It's a spite thing. I didn't sow bad seed, but that's what it is. People don't like you when you do something that they didn't want you to do. Like you pick you choose you. People not gonna like you. Megan chose herself over me. And I'm like, all right, but just don't stop honoring me. You know, of my job. My job is to my kid. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing with them. Like, I'm not dishonoring them when it comes to my money. I appreciate them. Be good. You know? But I told the Creator, I said, yo. You withhold things from me at this point. Now you're withholding it from them. And that goes back to the system. The system that T.D. Jakes was saying, there's a system. And I don't like the system. The system is designed, and I know you're talking mostly mainly spiritual, but the system is designed to make heterosexual men look like they ain't shit. And I think there's no mistake and there's no coincidence that the Serbian that they're trying to push in the NBA as the greatest basketball player alive, he is not the greatest basketball player alive. He is playing the best basketball as a team player. But you talking about skills and all that stuff. Think about it. If he was the greatest basketball player alive, even without Jamal Murray, they still be winning, right? Look at the Dallas Mavericks when they beat Dwayne Wade and Miami, you know, and you know who, LeBron. First time I did that, and I was serious. I delayed that so long by accident. But LeBron and Chris Bosh, they lost to one guy with a whole bunch of role players. That same step back, knee up shot. That's all he did. give him the ball, he dribbled. It wasn't really special, but when he dropped it, he put his hand in the air. You knew that mother was going in. It was a focus that he had. But then you look at Jokic. It's the same thing. But now he got Caldwell Pope, he got Brown, he got Murray, he got my man's Aaron, whatever his name is, Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's the first Gordon, and his name is in lights now. Aaron Gordon, they used to joke around with that. He got Gordon on his team. You know what I'm saying? He got, oh my God, he got Uncle Jeff Green. Had heart surgery first few years. Still came back and played since then. I mean, look at who else he got. He got people. They carbon copied the Dallas Mavericks in 2014 all over again. That's all they did. This guy is, if I was at least 6'7", 6'8", he ain't getting shit. I'm telling you. I study his style. They letting him get off. This is not by coincidence. This is by design. There's no way. He looks like he just picked up a ball 2 years ago and he's still perfecting what he do. His craft is entire. Nothing but silence. Challenge. It's those little hits that you gotta hit right in between the crevices of everything else. That's the complicated part. Because while you rotate, you gotta, because if you bring that off, you gotta get off and come back. So you have to figure out where this one is and have enough to go and then come back. That's the key of alternating, right? So I gotta come back. My right hand gotta drop. Even though it's closer to the tom, so I'll be like. So that's that. That the symbol comes like right before you hit, so it's but the symbol, according to the keys on the song, is ding. But it comes right before the, so it should sound like the ding. So you gotta catch it real tight. But I'm already here. The hard part is keeping a certain timing with your hi-hat as well. So one of my favorites. So this is the hard part. I remember this too. These are all the little stuff that I did before I did the tricks. I still at least have those. But it's corny unless like I hate to say this, I'm telling y'all something I shouldn't tell y'all. But what I do with these is I replace what I used to do, and I can't remember what that is, with these. So now I make these my big things instead of just making them. That's what made me real special back in the days, because all the stuff that you see me do now is shit that I did normally while I'm in the pocket. So my left hand is just migrating like crazy. So like. something different. Keep people wondering what's your next move. Sometimes you get into a whole flow and you don't even know what your next move is, but your hands be taking you away. That's what I'm trying to get back to. And your hands go a certain place and you like, I was so in the zone. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just letting my hands flow because that's what I was supposed to do. It was so normal. It was just so normal. I wish somebody had the videos from back in the day. Please. I wish if somebody got videos of me as Zion Shallow, that was where it was raw. If somebody got videos of me in concert somewhere, some show, please stop hating, man. Stop fucking hating. Y'all haters. When I was 15 through goddamn 18 and a half, send me some videos so I can upload the old stuff, the old joints. Oh, I played a whole set on cymbals. Everybody, I remember we did this youth choir joint, and I give it to you. 60% of my gigs or shows that I went like paid for, whether free or not, were for churches. So I remember we went to this. I went back to the church that I don't really care for as much. It's probably why they don't want to send me videos of me playing. People send me pictures, but they won't send me videos. This is you and Leon. This is you and Odell. Rest in peace, bro. Me and Odell. That's my man's. Oh my God, it's my man's. So they would send me pictures. Oh, this is your grandmother's together, right? I wish I still had it. I wonder if I emailed it to my social and lose it. I asked Keisha to send it to me again. She hasn't been answering. But I got pictures, but I don't get videos, man. I'm like, yo, give me some videos. I could probably do all afternoon. That right there, because that's a good groove, and it gives me reason. I have purpose for doing all this. And if I get bored of myself, because sometimes I slack off and I mess up, and I try to hold it from like really falling apart because I get tired of hearing myself. As a drummer, when you practice 2 to 4 hours, the same thing over and over again, it's like, damn. So when you get out and play it in front of people, you hear yourself all the time. So you don't throw it out there. You're like, damn, I don't want to do this already. You save it. And wait for that one dude out of the 2 or 3 that's sitting there with their book bag on, with their snare and their foot pedal, and he make that face at you. You like, oh yeah? And then you come out the cut. You've been playing the same way the whole time. And they wonder why you look like you nice. Because I've been playing a pocket this whole time, doing you a favor, not embarrassing you before you get on the set. Like, yo, I'm telling you, it be raw. Yo, shout outs to Travis Sales' dad. Travis, I know you got your nose up your ass. Fuck you, I don't care. Like, we used to hang out, man, like at the church, you know what I'm saying, the Wayside Baptist Church, and you know what I'm saying, I forgot part of Brooklyn, Rockaway, on Broadway Junction underneath, you know what I'm saying, the J train. You know what I'm saying, big ass church. You know what I'm saying, but I went there and Travis' dad used to always be like, you know, Travis, he got nominated for 2 Grammys. Fuck you, but I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? And his dad used to be like, oh, yeah, nominated for I Got the Keys with DJ Khaled and them boys, you know what I'm saying? He co-produced that, so I think they didn't win. Maybe they should have. I'm not hating. Maybe y'all should have got that Grammy. Because as big as it was, it got what it needed. I think Grammy includes sales and everything too, like mainframe stuff, you know, the attention that it builds. It's like the Hall of Fame of music. I always wanted one. That's the one thing I haven't gotten. But whatever. Double conjunction. But Travis' dad used to tell me, I'd be sitting there, and I don't like going to church and sitting on the front row, but their front row at that church was for musicians who were about to play. And so I would sit down in the corner or sit down 8 rows back because I'm not being in the front. And Travis be looking, Travis' dad, Jonathan, be looking and reciprocated. I think you see me like that. Yeah, the way you see me right now is how you sit. I'm not sitting that way because it's actually inverted. But Travis' dad would be sitting there like this playing. And Travis' dad, I keep saying Travis, Jonathan, let me just say Jonathan. Jonathan would look and be like, they're literally like that. And I'd be like, he's like, no, come on. I was like, he said, yeah. He's like, he looked back and be like, I would be like, yo. I'd be like, coming down my book bag, and I'd be like, and Travis be looking at me playing like, not Travis, why I keep saying Travis? Spot be looking at me playing like, you wrong for that nigga, why you even come? Like, and I would get on, he'd play, he looking at me all funny, with his blowout and his zoot suit. I'd be sitting there coming in with my Timbs and my jeans, and my t-shirt, and I would get there and then we would switch out, but it'd be so funny, man, it'd be so funny. Like, I think I lost the patience with myself playing because I have that in the mirror, like so many things. I think the one of the regrets that I have not playing like when I could have played, was when I could have played for Hezekiah Walker. I knew that Reggie Parker was setting me up when and Reggie Parker was there too. It was Jonathan Sells and Reggie Parker and Reggie be like, his bass. He's the reason why I play like I do, because he was sitting there grooving, and he calls it the New York groove, and that's why Hezekiah Walker says it, because he played for Hezekiah Walker. So Reggie was sitting there playing, and he look at me like this. He'd be like, and I'd be like, he'd be like, do. So my foot be like. So I'll be sitting there, I'll hit you back. So I'll be sitting there, and so he'll play a groove. So let's say the song is. So it's basically the foot pedal has to emulate what the bass does. If you never knew that, you know now. I told you if you didn't know. But whatever Reggie did on that bass, after he did like by the third quarter note, I was in there. Like, by the time you get to a third quarter, I'm not great with the measurements, scales, but if you say in that bar, by the time he got 75% way through, let's say it was quarter notes, and he was playing like 16 to 32s in there, like, and I'd be like, yo, I would feel it. Because when you're already in that flow, you have to automatically be in that flow of playing. And you're playing that flow. So by the time you get, okay, now he's going this way with it, you already know where it's going. And once you do that, and then you migrate with that bass guitar player is going to be happy with you. So you meshing with the bass guitar player. So I'm meshing with Reggie Parker, but my hands are still keeping the timing and being clean. I learned that from Grafton Nevins. But I wanted to, it was like Kobe. I wanted to be so nice. I never looked at myself as being better than Grafton Nevins, but I wanted to be so nice. I didn't even focus on Grafton, Gigi. I never tried to be better than him. I wanted to be so nice at being me and didn't care about anything else. That was the most important thing. And that's how I am, and I like to promote that to other people. Like, your vibe has to always be on max. I gotta be my greatest. I gotta give my best. And when he talked about timing, yes, timing is everything. T.D. Jakes, timing is everything. But I tell you, you have to go, when you in there giving it your all, you have to go like they ain't no tomorrow, because sometimes they ain't. My daughter's not here, bro. That made me push harder, and maybe it was to a fault that I push Megan a little bit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta push, because you only live one life, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look back, what was it all for? Like, I can honestly look back, and because of the hard work and ethic I had to being good, hopefully great, I have all these memories playing the drums. Just drums alone, not keys, but playing the drums. Like, imagine if people put that effort in. Like, I give Meg credit because she got to that point at her job. You know what I'm saying? I definitely give her that credit. You know what I'm saying? When you get to a certain point, yeah, you got the memories and everything. But see, I elevated myself. I said, okay, I'm the second guy, the second main guy in the music scheme. Let me figure out if I can master being the main guy. Let me start playing the keys. I see with the leadership that comes with it. And then I realized that not only can I play the keys, on a church level, I was teaching songs. And I was able to reach the person who was singing. That's a great feeling. Music is like, you have to reach people. Some preacher said you have to preach to reach each. So when you're doing music, you gotta reach people. Even if it's hood and gangster, you gotta reach somebody. Somebody needs you out there. Yo, I just killed this motherfucker. God damn. And you feel bad because now this shit haunts you for the rest of your life. You whacked somebody. You killed somebody. Like, that's on you. You having demons while you sleeping. You can't sleep. You don't know how that feel. You can't sleep. So it's like, yo, I need somebody who can relate to this. I didn't want to do that. You need somebody who's going to say, I went through this as a child. I was molested as a child. I was raped as a child. You need somebody who you relate to in music. So here it is now. You teach songs. You say, look, I know you probably went through something at the house. You come in here, we all trying to do this right. When you sing, you're not singing for me. If you're in church, you're singing for who you believe in, the glory of the Creator, the Father. People say Father. Let me break this down. This is my thought process. I don't like saying Father because there's a masculine dominance in there. You say Mother Earth. You say Mother Earth. We can say Mother Earth as far as the ecosystem, but we say the Father. Let me break it down. So you go back to Genesis, right? In the beginning, God created everything. Let's make man in our image. Initially, there's a figure. Let's say a figure. We got a base construction of life. Okay, this is the person. This is the person that we're constructing the secondary beings out of. I don't know about you. My aunt would kill me for saying this, but that sounds like some Scientology right there. As far as God, Auntie, I'm not saying I don't believe in God by no means. I'm just more detailed with it. I praise, I love, I appreciate God, but there's something that I'm getting. But I'll leave that alone. When you look at, it said, let us make man, M-A-N-N, manna from what? Manna, man. Let's make man in our image. It's not just, it wasn't two, it's one. Let's make man, let's make human life, human, in our image, right? But then you say, okay, let's split them in half. We'll give one a penis, and one a pussy, a vagina. But they come together and make what? One. So if both of them have as one is in the image of the Creator, and the creators, the angels, then assistants, I don't know. You say that, so then I ask you this. We had to be split in two for reproductive purposes. The question that I have, did they? Did God? Did the angels? Or is it just one life form that is the Alpha and Omega? But we were split in two. So why do we say father as dominance? Is it just like Latin, where we say uno, una, un? It's the same thing, but we put dominance on it? That's questions. But long story short, yeah. I got so deep on that, I forgot what I was about. I need a new style. I don't have a style developed yet. Ever since I came back to playing, I haven't developed a style yet. Oh, wait, where my book bag? My new license came in the mail, son. Always have more than one. Somebody take this shit, drink. Hold on. This is just me. I'm candid. Candid, uncandid. I don't really know what I'm saying. I have no voice. My kids look back, they're gonna be like, that's my daddy. That's my father. Okay. Damn. Very important paperwork. That's what I do, man. That's why I be up there on Twitter, man. I could be on Twitter now. Sometimes Twitter is actually funny. It's funny as hell. Twitter is so funny. It's sometimes better than actual TV. Okay, that's that. I don't need negative news. Please don't need negative news. Oh, hers. Somebody sued the first company in a class action lawsuit. First company I worked with and what I do. And they won. So we won. I took a picture. I was supposed to make a copy of it. That was the first ever. I was stupid. I got to the bank. I hate my bank. Got to the bank and they said, well, saying that you took a picture, you're good now, but you can't make a copy. I'm glad I took a picture before I gave it to you. But yo, this license is official, son! Yo, this is cool. This is how licenses look, man. My face is, man. I got one piece of mail to open that I don't want to open. Two. I don't want to open this. Because my facial reaction when I open this, and I'm on this right here, is gonna, everything's been going good. I don't want to into a negative. Come here. Give me some good news. Woo! Oh, yeah! 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 What happens when you stay on your what happens when you stay on your joint? Good, no negative news. I need something like that, boy. That's what's up. So now I just pay that. Pay the other one. Pay that. I need some. Yo. That's all you. That's all you. Yo, so they got this thing called shout music, right? There's so many things you can do. Everybody gets hung up over who can play shout music. I think it's corny. Anybody can do this. Boring. So what happens is, I'm still not back with it because I don't have the heart to do it anymore. But sometimes like I practice flexing. What I mean by flexing is play my left hand and like just simple stuff, just to show that you know you can do whatever you want. You're that good. So I'm like, so and a lot of times drummers get tired, and I hate doing this. I hate hearing it. That's not what I should be doing. What they do with their left hand. I was actually in the mind frame of playing instead of showing them what I was talking about. I don't know. But they like flare, I forgot flare. What they do with it. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it. Like it's like a rarity that I feel like is needed. Like I hate it. It's like I'd rather hear this. I gotta make sure I can get it because it's been so long. I'm up there pushing my foot to the tip of my sneakers. Something like that. I was too loose, but it's always like. Where it's just like closed. Like everything don't have to be a whole bunch of noise. It's saying Africa. You know, Africans don't even stay like, you know, so Africans, you know, like even in DC, my man yesterday was like, yo Al, you could play some go-go. Is that one drop. I remember I was playing for this Caribbean band, man, and they were so on it. Like, let the dude play, let the motherfucker play. He doing his thing, like he sound good, man. He sound real good, man. Why you always gotta tell him how? And I'm just sitting there being humble. Y'all paying me. I don't give a damn. Paying me for rehearsals. I'm like what, 15, 16, 17? I don't know. I was young. Well, like yo, and I wanted to get mad, but I was like, nah, this is my money. I ain't gonna mess with my money. You don't mess with your money. No. So I'm getting paid for rehearsal too. Come to rehearsal, you get paid. It's a beautiful thing. So the problem is with relationships. You get to certain females who want to just blow the whole thing away because of what they feel. And you have to, like, I've seen dudes cheat on their ladies' hard body. And they know they cheat, but they don't mess with the money. They take it. But that don't mean they open their legs to him again. Sometimes it'll be a few months, and then they work it out. You know, they sit down and talk, and they sleep with each other at one time, and he might end up cheating again, but at least he touched them. Then it becomes a normal thing where they go back and forth, stupid shit. But it's in my mind. My mind just be going places. But that's how it is sometimes. But if you just if verbal hurts you that much, then you soft. I don't care what anybody say. Because if somebody come at me, I'm going back at you. Now, it doesn't always work out, but sometimes you have to stand your ground especially the person that you're in a relationship with, because you're going to be doing this for a long time. You're not going to talk to him like that. If you feel like the other person offended you, just be straight up. But at that moment, that was money. I'm trying to get myself ready to go to whatever it is after I figure out the 4 years in high school. But that guy was like, yo, and what you do like this, that one drop is serious. Like, so I was like, you gotta see if I remember. I probably remember what he's saying. One love. No, that's actually real groove. You see. That's not one drop. One drop is. That is. It's one drop. It's you dropping on the one. Basically, that's all it is. I just can't think of a song that I want to do. I wish somebody was actually typing so I can actually think of a song. But it's, one drop is basically dropping on the one. So you playing it and just. It's okay to incorporate everything into what you're doing. You know? Forgot. But it is definitely dropping on the one. I'm trying to think. It's so much to play the drums, man. That's why you gotta keep the experiences open. And the one thing I'm glad about my pops. There's one thing I gotta say. Don't ever let your kids have to figure it out on their own. Figure it out on your own. You make mistakes. My pops contradicted himself a little bit because he always said, he said, if you see somebody making a mistake and they fall on their face and you turn around and make the same mistake, you just as dumb as they are. You stupid. And I'm like, then what are you here for? I swear, like I was like 14. And then I thought it hit me, but I was like, I let it go. But I listened, you know, it was a jewel, I guess. But the question is, like, why are we letting our kids figure it out? I mean, it's one thing to be a man, but you can't always let your kids figure it out, because when they try to figure it out, you can't sit there and want to bust their ass because they figured out. It's like, okay, so you have the creator God. You say, yeah, God, show me the way, guide me, teach me X, Y, Z, blah, 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 right? Blah, 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 blah. So, I'm telling God, show me the way, teach me. Like Baby Boy, Gooden, Cuba Gooden's his little brother, Omar. How do I remember all this? Omar was like, yo, get on your knee, fool. Hold your eyes. Monk ass. Said, yo. He said, and Father, show us the way. He said, and if you don't show us the way, forgive us if we have to make our own. So when it comes to your kids, it's not up for you to be. It doesn't mean you're a strong father because you sit back and let them figure it out. And what's the purpose of being a father? Your place as a father is to fucking guide. Guide. I remember this one deacon at Damñ I was playing. I used to always leave during the sermons. Forgive me. I just was like, yo. So anybody would follow, Like, yo, you going to the China? You going to the Chinese Chinaman? I'm like, yeah. It's like, yo, hold on, come on. Like, yo, give me $1. Yeah. Hey, it's crab sticks. I ain't say crab. Crab sticks, though. Slamming back in the day. Crab sticks be this big, son. 8 for $2. 8 for $2. Breaded at the Chinese restaurant around the corner where Jordan was born. When Michael Jordan was born, like around Claremont, Willoughby, you know what I'm saying? Like near Clinton Hills and Fort Greene projects on Myrtle. When Myrtle go like this, Myrtle and Willoughby. So you got the J train, and when they say J train, like you see in the movies, all y'all from now, not from New York, damn sure not from Brooklyn, but you got Myrtle, and then you got the Broadway. So Broadway and J train and the M train before it goes over the Williamsburg Bridge. God, I love being out there in Williamsburg. That restaurant, I used to take all my dates out there at least once. The second date, we go out to this restaurant where we look at the Chinese Buddha shops. I lived in the city. I know almost every block. You can show me a block and I can tell you if it's north side, like northwest side, northeast side, southwest side, southeast side, or the ABC district. I can tell you based on how the houses look, the way they've been constructed, because my dad had me in real estate when he was cool at some point. You know what I'm saying? But I know, like, and the crab sticks, boy, they was life. Oh my God. We put some ketchup and mayonnaise on them joints and make the high school McDonald's sauce. Like, it was crazy. And we put the ketchup, we tell, like, ketchup or mayonnaise? Say, ketchup or mayonnaise? Like, damn, shorty, calm down. It's a Sunday, I'm trying to be cool. I'm 16, 15, 16, 17. Like, damn, like, I didn't know if somebody, one of the deacons was going to walk up behind me. I didn't want to be caught cussing and shit, you know. It's like, yo, it's like, calm down, shorty, man. Not gonna, yo, just give me my food, man. Like, we know what we get every time we come here. Yo, B. Yo, Rel, just handle it. Like, yo, give him his ketchup and mayonnaise, yo. Yo, it'd be so funny. Rel be like, yo, miss, come on, man, just give him his ketchup and mayonnaise. Like, this shit be crazy. Yo, you don't want to come back and bang on his window. You know what I'm saying? Yo, with the crab sticks, bomb, man. Like you don't even have to pay a whole lot to have your stomach full. Now the truth is, Costco and I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but Costco and a lot of other places like Walmart. Forgive me, Walmart. Y'all take care of us pretty well. But they have fake crab meat. Everybody knows this. But my dumb ass didn't know this back in the day. I thought everything was real. Because I was trying to be real. You know? I didn't want to be fake. I was real. You know what I mean? And so, we all go. Like, I remember Tiff, my high school jump off, would come. Sometimes after she came that first time, she started coming a lot because the shit was popping there. The service was popping. But we all go to the service when we go to the corner store. Like the whole, that's the crazy thing about Tiff. Everybody in New York knew who she was because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that, that's Swallow. Like, yeah. Like, when you come around like a little crew that we had at that situation. Like, it was cool, man. It was cool. Like, it was cool. Like, it was a spiritual situation. I just didn't want David to get mad at me, though. David never said nothing. David Bratton never said nothing about it, man. He didn't say, you gotta stay here and play for us and you gotta sit down and I need you to be ready. But for some reason, I was always back on the drums when I was supposed to be. And the great thing about John L. Pratt was that he would come up and he'd be like, you gotta love these kids. Hold on. He'd be like, you gotta love these kids. You know, because a lot of them are going through things that you don't even know. When you're sitting there talking and jabbering and saying all this about them, you know, saying what not, what for, and you don't know, you're condemning this kid. You don't even know what they battling, what they could be doing right now, or what they are doing, and what they're trying to get away from. And you sitting there pushing them right back to the very same things that they doing or did. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I remember he had on a white robe with no black thing on the top, and he have it, you know, and he had the big ass gold Cuban link bracelet. I had the, for the record, I had the white gold. Mine was 2/3 the size of his, but mine was white gold and diamond cut. So we both had one, but he would come down, and he would just be like, you know, we gotta embrace these kids. We gotta love these kids. Love on them. Can't sit there and, you know, I was sitting there playing slow, and he'd be like, yo, and he'll look at me, come over to me, like, you all right, son? You all good? You know, you good? And this while the service is happening, he talking. He asking me like, you all right? Like, knowing that everybody talking about me, this kid is bad, this kid, he's not good, that little Al. Like, yo, like, it was amazing. This is why, like, I don't always like being in church. I got, like, that was a good memory for me. Like, knowing that somebody had my back. I started calling him Pop before I called my own father Pop. And I know my Pop's probably hurt hearing this shit. If you listen to this, if you're listening, that's not my fault. Hope you don't feel like that, because I don't feel like shit. But in the same token, that was what it is. He was older dude. So he was like, you know, say Pops. You know, Pops in the diner, Pops, you know, like Wayne's brothers, Pops. He was a cool Pops. And after I lost touch of him, and I started calling my Pops Pop, but I put the capital P on both sides when I wrote it. Now he's getting older, you know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy because like he would come down off. I didn't lose my train of thought on that one. That's not hard to keep a hold of. Even if I go off, it's easy to come back to that. This man was an influential piece of the puzzle. It is now. You got him. You got my musical, you know what I'm saying, mentor, and David Bratton. You got, God, I was trying to do it smooth where you remember somebody's name when you're flowing. But, you know, you had the other musician. Now which one? Oh, God. I'm trying to remember his name. I'm a man. Washington. Something Washington. Right. Something Washington. I just got to remember the first name. It's coming back. Washington. And he played the piano. And sometimes when David had to step out and take an emergency call, he jumped on the organ. But he don't use the bass. He'll take his foot off and he'll move. And I'm like, I'm missing something. Because Charles is not here playing. And we don't have no bass. Washington don't use bass on the keys. So something felt flat for me, but I tried to fill it up. But when them Leslie started getting going when David played, everybody just really, crazy. But Reverend Price used to come down off the pulpit, and he just, he'd do it so he'd come down like he had a purpose. Like, I'm about to, you know when you about to fight somebody, like, get out my way. He walked around the post, like, nah, these kids, and he'd come down there, and he was like, no. And he put his hand around me, and like, we gotta love him. And he hugged me like this, kissed me on the top of my head right here. I love you, son. So I love you, Pop. And I keep playing. It's crazy. It's like you play the drums, and you get to, all right, for all you drummers who play in church, if any of y'all really watching, I don't think nobody watching, but I can't see you, man. I don't care. I'm just talking. If my kids see that something happens to me, my kids see that they can actually look back and, you know, I'm not claiming it. Nothing's gonna happen. I got into an accident that almost killed me because I made a video for them because I felt something. I don't feel anything right now, but just in case, you know. I was right for doing the thing, but nothing, man, nothing. But 3 times, nothing. But it's crazy when you play the drums. It's like, so you like, you know, they singing Korean songs. I'm not gonna do it because I'm getting tired of hearing myself play. But you gotta. I watched somebody make a spoof, like a little short. I don't got time to do this. You do a short, and the short is of you playing like a drummer. When you're playing communion. You gotta put the cup somewhere without spilling it. You play one-handed, so now you have to figure out you're going to play with your left hand and try to keep up and not do as much as you could with your right hand, or try to grab with your left hand and try to keep, because now you got the creative mind going, but then you have to keep the foundation. Your mind, the right side of your mind is creativity. The left side is sharp, logical thinking. The occipital is where you retain, this is where you process. So you like, boom. So now you got to be playing and you got to grab the and shit, right? But mind you, this isn't a one-time deal. You gotta do this shit twice. Because you remember, sacrificing the body of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So you're taking the communion with one hand, one time, for the bread, represent the body of Jesus Christ. Then you gotta take the juice, the wine, the bloodshed. If you ever want to try this song, try that James Hall song, We At War. So it's like, okay, so. I'm just, this is hard. So this is a little flare you do, so the key for me is like doubles gotta be tight. That's the main thing. My doubles ain't tight, so it's... See, when you do it that way, you're ahead of it. But you have to have it tight behind it, behind the kick. So it's like... That's behind it. Ahead of it is... too. So, ah! I just want to feel it. Dos Equis! one drop. Let's see, I gotta go other places to come back to that one spot. So now you're doing this. Now everybody's doing something. You play the snare on the stick and just get the same sound. Little tricks like taking the stick on like this. They used to say put it like this. It's hard because you gotta really get in there. I don't know how they ever did. Probably get calluses on the tip of your cuticles, but you kind of. I didn't drop. No. That wasn't a drop. 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 I laid it on the top of the hi-hat. That's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna do with that. That wasn't a drop. Stop playing. So. Is a drop the same as a let go? Is that still a drop? I don't know, I guess. But so I'm already past 23. I had like 8 in like 4 months. 2 of them were brought to you by Dos Equis. It's just a different way to do like double rolls like this. And then you do it in front of other drummers and you're like, oh my God. So basically you take the stick, you normally put your fingers like this. I learned this from like Steve Gadd and them. They were doing like videos to entertain and better your drumming skills, technique. And you go like this. So you gotta keep doing that. I don't know if I can hold it like that, but I don't know, it's hard, but you do it. So like you get on, and the organ player is like, so you like. You do stuff like that. I don't know how to do it anymore. I used to practice that like at least every time I start practicing. Like I'll do that first, like. So you do certain things, like certain routines they like practicing. Old school songs starting to come back in my head. It's not really freestyling. I mean, freestyling is just going up the top of the dome. I'm not going to do anything on the drums different. It's just now it's a matter of just placement. And then you integrate something from a different time sequence to a slower time. If you could do something at a faster time sequence on a slower time sequence, hell, what you do on a faster time sequence might be double because in order to fit the slower time, you have to double the speed. It's tricky, but then you come off of, on a slow time, do you do it faster on the fast time? 80% of the time you increase your speed from what you do on the slow time. You double it, you increase the speed. But a lot of times it's no. I forgot where I was going with that. Who cares? The same groove. All in the same groove. I could play one of my favorite songs and get y'all really annoyed if there's anybody watching. There's this one. Oh, I spoke to Merdine Gills today, baby. I spoke to David 3 days ago. And come to find out, my mentor in life, one of my mentors in life currently, actually sung for David. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Damñ. They've been trying to get me to sing with like back in the day, they were trying to get me to sing with Ricky Dillard. That would have been cool. I'm always around Chicago now. You had that, and then they said, why don't you sing with James Hall? No, hell no. Oh no. I don't want to say anything about that. No. No. And then you got, who else? Oh, Maurice Griffin. Little bro. What up? He's nice. Like singing wise, he's nice. Like, he practiced hard. Like the way I used to practice on the drums, he practiced singing. Songs on the radio for singing about God. Look up Maurice Griffin. Some nice. Oh. I would, yo, Maurice, if you're watching, or if you ever see this, I'm gonna play your song one day. I will bless the Lord, I will bless the Lord, I will bless the Lord, and His praises shall. Yo, Megan trying to sing this. Oh my God. Oh, I got this true serum. Lord have mercy, don't say that. She always held back when she tried to sing it. That's all I say. When you let loose and just be. They say let go and let go. No, stop saying that shit. Stop. Just be. Like, for example, the Bible says, I look to the hills from which comes my help comes from the Lord. My help comes from the Lord. Who's comes my help and all good things. No! Can we Tupac this shit? Excuse me. What do we say? Yo, keep your head up, yo. Bam! You know? Let's Tupac it. I keep doing that because I haven't mastered it yet. I used to do it easy. All this stuff comes easy. Your mind when you're younger is fresh. That's why they say find your wife in your youth. I live this shit, I'm trying to tell you. That's a whole bunch of trash. I tell you, a lot of times people, like these musicians, I'm doing something nice, so I'm nice, God. I'm nice. No, you're not. That's not nice. The rudiments are clean and crisp. You can hear everything that I'm doing individually, each stroke individually, but it's still trash. I haven't come up with a formulated rudiment. I'm trying to tighten it, trying to find out what I'm missing. I'm going to keep doing it, and then I'm going to extract one thing, one hit at one time, or double it if I can. I haven't figured it out yet, so I'm going to keep doing it. I think that's the one thing I can do like I've been doing this whole time and subconsciously not realizing it. When I say I do this for 2 to 4 hours, I was really doing it for the last 2 hours on this live, but it's been spanned out, you know. That's how I used to start my moves. to start. You quiet on the first one, bring it back to the snare, then you go into the triple. So it's, but you do the triple, so it's like that's the start. You gotta practice doing that first. The better you get at that, the start. How you start is how you finish. So that's how I know certain relationships are never really over, because how you start is how you finish. If you finish bad, then it's never really over. Remember that. You might not agree, but sooner or later somebody's gonna be like, how did it get that bad? Where did we go wrong? Because if it was that great, then that means it can always be that great. Remember that. It was touch and go from the second time to the third. It wasn't clear. My rotation is already spent by the time I get there. Hold on. Maybe I gotta move this over just a little bit. Bring this over here so I can roll into it. Hold on, right there. That's that Usher. That was one of Usher's corniest songs, but he got that lead guitar. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna cut this loose. I haven't found that rudiment today. One of my epic fails, one of my first epic fails at rudimentary. I really like. So basically, when you playing drums and you start, never get off, never stop. Because then you go like this, and you go like this, and you have to come back and try to figure out, and you imitate and emulate what you used to be. Of course you evolve, but you'll never lose those tactics, is always there. But long story short, I'm gonna just jam out to something in my head. 2 seconds! Oh, before I go, it's crazy because today I was racially profiled. I know it's getting dark, I'll turn the lights on in a sec, but I was racially profiled. And it's crazy because I went to give a urine sample for a drug test. Because every once in so often you have to do that. And I did. However, I had a container for fuel because I was running out of fuel in my truck. And my truck has a tendency to not start because it acts like it's dehydrated, even though the fuel is in the system. So I didn't want to start the truck and drive the truck, and it should go out of me. So I said, okay, let me take a lift. I'll go get the lift, and I'll go do the test, and I'll get some fuel on the way back. So $10 worth of fuel, $10 worth of diesel fuel. It's a lot. So I said, okay, I went. I get into the place to do, I'm sweating. I get into the place to do the fuel, I mean, to do the test. You know, make sure I don't have any drugs in my system. I do the test. And I accidentally pissed before I left, 10 minutes before I left, because I was rushing out. I didn't think where I was going. Stupid me, right? And I'm stupid. I was stupid. Stupid as hell. Very stupid. because not only did it mess up timing, I had to wait to build up urine again. Lo and behold, long story short, I'm in the office. Lady gave me some nice Gatorade, like a red one at that. Red. She gave me a red one. So I'm sitting there drinking it, and Merdine Gills calls me, co-host of Bobby Jones Gospel. I'm not trying to put you on blast, Mama Merdine. It's just that I'm so honored that you would call me. I love you to the utmost. Jesus said, to the utmost. Jesus. All right, snuff. So I'm on the phone. She's asking me about everybody, people, you know, and I'm like, okay. Officer comes in, all cocky and shit. I mean, cocky. I mean, I'm gonna tell you before this. I'm gonna get to the game, because the game's coming on. I'm gonna cook some popcorn. Put some popcorn and finish this. My last bottle of Dos Equis. It was 2 in the refrigerator. I came back. That was life. I don't know, man. We did that, left that. Oh, that's beautiful. But I'm sitting there with my leg, my right ankle on top of my left knee on the phone. I'm speaking articulately. Right now I'm speaking whatever, but I was speaking articulately, you know, enunciating my words, you know. Dang, it's getting dark now. So what happened is, the officer comes in, and he comes in like this. And you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get off this right now. But when an officer come up to you like this with his thumb in his gear, and he looks at you smirking, my niggas, they already know about you. And just like TJ said, it ain't that they trying to stop you. They just want to make it hard. Some people don't like you. Some people don't like you in the area that you're in. Some people don't want to see you succeed. But all you trying to do is what's right. But no matter what, stick it out, yo. I'm doing my best, despite the hate. Let me get everything going. I'm gonna watch this game. I know I'm probably gonna be disappointed. And Utah. Denver's probably gonna win this one. I mean, I'm sad. Denver's probably gonna win this one too. But you watch with me, I appreciate it, man. I apologize because I'm kind of flared off of Dos Equis. I love it. It's crazy. But I'm just glad to be home. Ready to go and do my thing. I felt thizzle. Yeah, I said it. That's what we joke around when we was younger. But yeah. To my kids who graduated this past week, I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm so grateful for you. I'm glad that you made it. You did it. I wasn't able to do it when I was younger, but I wanted to be there for you too. The fact that you did it. And my son kind of followed my footsteps and did better. He did it better. But let's see if he can beat me in college. My GPA wasn't the greatest. I never really told people it wasn't the greatest. It was a little above average. But it wasn't great. The saving grace for me is when I got that A in global. But I got, in my first semester, I got all the credits I needed. My first semester, minus a couple. So let's see if he can top it. I ain't play around. I tried to hurry up and get it because I didn't know what to expect. Because in my life, there's always something. So, no jinx. The new card on the floor, no jinx. Let me start getting the lights back up. I love y'all. I love y'all all. Keep striving for greatness. Striving for your best. Strive for your best. Strive for your best. Don't pussyfoot. I'm out.